I'm diving into the world of cars to see if I can convince Americans to embrace a Chinese automaker. Let's find out if I can change some minds. Hi, I'm Leslie Walker. Welcome to Q's Fleet News, the place where you get your fleet news in 7 minutes. The rise of Chinese automakers has been nothing short of phenomenal. In recent years, they've been making waves in the global market, and it's no secret that they have their sights set on the US market. With the world's largest automotive market up for grabs, it's an enticing opportunity that's too good to pass up. In fact, China has already become the world's largest producer of automobiles, surpassing both the US and Japan. And with the likes of BYD, Geely, and Great Wall Motors, they're not short on talent or resources. So the question is, can America learn to love a Chinese automaker? There's no denying that America has a rich history of car manufacturing, with Detroit being the hub of the automotive industry. But with the rise of foreign manufacturers, the landscape is changing. Today, you can't drive down the highway without seeing a Toyota, Honda, or Nissan. But where are the Chinese? The American automotive industry is facing some significant challenges, from electrification to autonomous driving. And with the ongoing trade wars, it's becoming increasingly difficult for foreign manufacturers to gain a foothold. But that didn't stop the Japanese, and it certainly won't stop the Chinese. Moving on, let's talk about the current state of the American automotive industry. We all know that the big three, GM, Ford, and FCA, are struggling to keep up with the changing times. Electrification, autonomy, and ride-sharing are redefining the industry, and it's anyone's game. Meanwhile, foreign manufacturers are capitalizing on the opportunities presented by the changing landscape. The likes of Volkswagen, Hyundai, and Kia are investing heavily in new technologies and infrastructure. And with their established presence in the US market, they're well positioned to take advantage of the shift. But what about the Chinese? Can they replicate the success of their Japanese counterparts? That's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. We'll delve into the latest updates on a specific Chinese automaker looking to enter the US market and examine the challenges they face in gaining acceptance from American consumers. One company that's making waves is BYD, backed by Warren Buffett himself. With their range of electric vehicles, they're positioning themselves as a leader in the sustainable mobility space. And with partnerships with leading companies like Toyota and Volkswagen, they're gaining credibility in the industry. So what's their strategy? Well, BYD is taking a slow and steady approach, focusing on building a robust distribution network and cultivating relationships with local dealerships. They're not looking to disrupt the market overnight. Instead, they're working to build trust with American consumers. But it's not all smooth sailing. One of the major challenges Chinese automakers face is building brand awareness. Let's be honest, many Americans have never heard of BYD or Geely, let alone know what they stand for. That's a major hurdle to overcome, especially when you're competing against established brands like Toyota and Ford. Another significant challenge is meeting American standards. From safety regulations to emission standards, there's a lot to navigate. And let's not forget the complexities of American consumer preferences. What works in China won't necessarily work in the US, and that's something Chinese automakers need to understand. Moreover, there's the issue of trust. Can American consumers trust a Chinese brand? After all, we're living in an era of intense nationalism, and brand loyalty is stronger than ever. It's going to take a lot of effort to convince Americans to give Chinese automakers a chance. According to Michael Dunn, a leading expert in the automotive industry, Chinese automakers need to understand that the US market is a different beast altogether. It's not just about building a good car. It's about building relationships, understanding local preferences, and creating a brand that resonates with American consumers. In an interview with Bloomberg, Thomas Johansson, BYD's Director of North American Operations, stated, "We're not looking to disrupt the market overnight. We're committed to building a sustainable business model that benefits both our customers and the environment." As we can see, there are many hurdles that Chinese automakers need to overcome. But with their commitment to innovation, sustainability, and customer-centric design, they're certainly giving it a good shot. So, what does this mean for the future of the automotive industry in America? One thing is certain, it's going to get a lot more interesting. With the rise of Chinese automakers, we can expect to see new business models, new technologies, and new opportunities emerge. But it's not just about the Chinese. This is about the future of mobility itself. As we transition to a more sustainable, autonomous, and connected world, the possibilities are endless. And that's what makes this space so exciting. The potential for growth, innovation, and disruption is limitless. Join the conversation and share your thoughts. Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Q's Fleet News the place where you get your fleet news in 7 minutes. I'm Leslie Walker. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.